welcome to my journey. I am leaving the hospital, and I want you to know it's 12 o'clock. I'm going to be in lunch hour traffic. Oh, thank you. I'm going to be in lunch hour traffic. I'm behind the trolley. They had it set up over here. I'm in Charlotte at the baby. I just seen the baby. Been holding it for about 2 hours. And they got it set up on this road. I know there's other roads too, but this road that we should travel, the trolley, the electric thing, goes on the same road that you drive on. I just don't know about all that. So then I know it's like being behind a bus, but I don't know, it just seems weird to me. So anyway, but we are here for weigh-in, and I thought, well, I'll just do like I've done before. I'll just kill two birds with one stone, because whenever I have things to do on Friday, it's just easier if I'm in the car, because I'm going to be in the car. It took me 45 minutes to get here, and that was with pretty good lights, green lights. So it took me 45 minutes to get here, so it's going to take me that long to get home. Plus I'm going to stop at Walmart's on the way home, so I'm going to not get on the interstate as early, so it's going to take me longer to get home. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But we're here for weigh-in. So remember last week, excuse me, I got this left over from this morning, and it's still cold. Last week I gained, and I told you, I said this is a fluctuation because I hadn't done anything, you know, crazy with my eating. And I told you on my thrift haul, if I didn't stay away from them Hershey Kisses, I tell you what. Well, I ate the last of them a few nights ago, and I told David, I said, no more. There's no more coming in this house. They cannot. I was getting too dependent on them. But anyway, so I got on the scale yesterday morning, and I was down 2.6. So I lost my fluctuation from last week and then some more. So now I'm at my lowest, 204.4. I'm getting so close to Wonderland, it ain't funny. So that puts me at, oh, I just looked at it before I turned my phone on. It was, I think, 172.7, something like that. Just 172 point something is my total now. So I'm excited about that. Ooh. Listen, you gotta watch these Charlotte drivers. I'm gonna tell you what. But Lord, he's the sweetest little baby. And I'm telling you, when I read to him, he looks at me. He is alert when I'm reading. He don't know what I'm saying, but he's learning my voice, and he's knowing who I am. And after we read, he'll lay there, and then he'll settle in, and he'll just go to sleep. And I got to have him today while he was getting his lunch. So he was awake for that the first little bit, and then next thing you know, he was zonked out. So like I said, I was there holding him about 2 hours. So that gives me a good start to the day. But why I'm going to Walmart's is cause Disney Diva said they got Winter Wonderland Alani news out. Well, I didn't know there was such a thing, so I must have them. She said Walmart's had them, so I looked on my app, and sure enough, Walmart's does have them. Well, I'm gonna stop at this one small Walmart's. It's just the neighborhood grocery store. It doesn't have the whole big shebang. So when you first go in, right there's the cold case where you can get cold drinks. It's just right there. So I can just go in and grab me some. And if they're not there, then I'll go back and find some on the shelf. And she said they're good. So I asked her what they taste like, and I haven't been able to check and see if she's answered. So I'm just gonna take it that they taste good, and I'm gonna get how many ever I think I need. So, and you know I have to share with Holly, because that's her thing too. She likes Red Bull. She loves Red Bull. Well, they have all the kind of flavors of that too. Well, they have a Red Bull advent calendar where you get a different one. I don't know if you get 24 different ones or 12 different ones. I don't know how that works, but she's like, oh, I need that. I looked it up, and oh my gosh, it is not cheap. Of course, energy drinks are not cheap, so. But I did get them those little advent calendars. I was explaining to Jacob when they came up yesterday. I was explaining listen, y'all don't see this building over here, but right here, because David grew up in Charlotte, he said that little house used to be where he took guitar lessons when he was a kid. Isn't that cool? It's a salon now. They're out there actually painting it or scraping or something, redoing it. But that was pretty cool. But So I was explaining to him what a advent calendar was. I said, you had to find the number of the day. You start in December because Christmas is in December. And we, went through the whole thing. I said, you find day 1, and I got him one and mommy one. Of course, I got one for him that's kid themed on the front, and one for her just a cozy little Christmas. So he decides, well, this one is mom's and this one's going to be mine. If I'd have said the other way around, he would have ended up with the one I wanted to have. But we went to McDonald's yesterday, so we got our McDonald's. He didn't go the last few times he's been there. He hadn't wanted to go anywhere. He just stayed at home, and he didn't want Holly to go yesterday either. He told her, normally he'll tell her drop me off. He said this time, he said don't drop me off. He was just, I guess, needing mommy. And he comes in, he says, okay, come play with me, talking to her. So we ended up going sitting on the porch while he was playing in the leaves, because they have loose leaf pickup in our neighborhood. They've knocked off a couple months of it for some reason. They up your taxes, and then they knock off a couple months worth of loose leaf collection, because leaves are still there in March. Now they're cutting us off in January. So instead of blowing the leaves all the way to the road for them to, because you can't put them in the ditch, they won't pick them up. Dear Lord, don't put them in the ditch, they'll leave them for them to keep the cars, just to keep blowing them up and back them and everything. He's just going to blow them around the tree, and then like the weekend before they come that week, he's just going to blow them out to the road. And if they don't do that, we don't bag them. He'll just pick them up, put them on the back of the truck, haul them down to the woods down at Holly's. So it's just easier if he can blow them to the road and they come pick them up. Seemed like there was going to be some stuff we was going to talk about. I don't remember. What the world was we going to talk about? Was we going to talk about anything? I don't know, but you know what? I think I'm going to hit by his Grace thrift store, because that's where it's across the street from the Walmarts I'm going to. So I think I'm going to hit it. Now I have to go through University on my way home. So if those two Goodwills that I went to this week earlier, if they were any count, I could easily stop by them, but they're not worth going to again. So even if I'm passing through, they're not worth stopping for. So the only good thing I got was that book, and it's a sweet book. The one that says, oh, was up here? Hold on. If you didn't see my video, it says, I'm so glad you were born. Oh my gosh. It is a sweet book. That's the one I read to him. What's today? Friday, Wednesday. That's when I read to him Wednesday. And today I read Grandma Loves Me and Little Al's Love. And I tell you, them little eyes look at me while I'm reading. Oh, tears this Momo's heart up. But he did good today. She come, changed his diaper and checked his temperature, and he didn't even fuss. Normally they fuss when that happens. He was fussing when we were there Wednesday. I got some good pictures, good videos of him. But he didn't. There was a little baby across from him. She got him out, and I didn't know if it was a boy or girl, because there was a little thing I couldn't see. I just seen the mama sitting there. I knew it was the mama because she was younger. I think that's how it can go, is mamas and daddies and grandparents. And I told RJ, I said, oh, I said, this little baby in front of Wesley has a head full of hair. He said, that's Milo. I said, oh, I said, well, his mommy's here. He said, I think she's always there. So I think that's the one that was there when David was there. The daddy was there, and then the daddy come in her when we were leaving Wednesday. So I think they're pretty much camped out by his side. But he was not hooked up to breathing or nothing like that. And he feeds by mouth. I was asking them today, oh, Wesley is up to, now they weighed him 5'11" when he was born. And so we don't know if that's part of the bag they put him in. I don't know how they got that, but his recorded birth weight is 5'8", and they always put the extra 10th ounces, whatever you call it, on to the end of it. 5'8" is his actual birth weight. Well, as of yesterday, he was up to 6'2", so he's a growing little booger. And she fixed his hair today. She gave him a little mohawk, a little faux hawk. She said he had a good bath. He smelled good too. He smelled so much like a baby. But she got the little hair right here, and she did the, you know. He was so cute. Oh, it was so cute. But he didn't fuss at all today. He was just copacetic, as Dave would say. How you doing? Copacetic. That's what he always used to tell me back when we were dating and everything. How's it going? Everything's copacetic. Oh. No, I am not turning there. Oh, they still got their Halloween stuff up. They had a big giant spider web with spiders in it. Listen, any of y'all got your tree up yet? Holly does. Holly put hers up. I done told you, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to put my lights on the front and my Christmas wreaths, stuff like that, and my tree, and that's all I'm going to do. I still don't feel like doing anything else. I just don't. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but I don't feel like it. And I'm not doing Vlogmas, so it's not like I have to force myself to do it, to do a home tour, like I have a real special home tour of my Christmas decorations, because I don't. But I'm still, this is what I did. I'm like, okay, okay, let's go, people. Listen, I don't know if y'all noticed, I am a very impatient driver. I was editing my drifting video, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you complain about traffic the whole time. I do. Traffic gets on my nerves. I am not a patient driver. I'm not. But I sit down, got me have my little notebook I keep beside my chair, and I drew me off a little calendar. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see the videos that I put up every week now, and see what does that leave me. See how close I am to having Vlogmas without having so much to think of, right? No, that's still 4 days for 4 weeks that I have to come up with. That's 16 videos of stuff I don't know to think of. I could do like what Joan does, but she's got stuff that she's gonna do that I wouldn't do. She's got special videos and things she's got planned that she's already worked out. She's got a schedule going. I don't have anything like that. I don't have anything special that I can think of. I don't have anything that is tripping my trigger. There's nothing. So I'm still not doing Vlogmas. I'm just not. I mean, I know some of you said do it, but it's just more than I want to take on this year. So I'll still have our regular videos, but I'll tell you, Vlogmas is a lot. You might not think it is, but it is. Vlogmas is a lot. To think up something, and not just something, not just slap a video up. Think up something interesting. Something that somebody might want to see 31 days in a month. You see what I'm saying? So, I just ain't gonna be doing it. Listen, if I had the money and somewhere to put it, if I sold stuff, see, as much as I like to thrift, I wish I was a reseller. Of course, I think all the resellers get there first. And Goodwill, they give all their stuff online, so you don't really find a whole bunch of stuff you can flip. The ones online that I watch do, the thrift stores they go to are amazing. They have amazing thrift stores, but they know everything about this stuff. See, I don't know name brands and antique brands and all this and that. I wouldn't know an antique and what it was worth. You can do a Google Lens, you know, but I don't know enough about time periods and the things. I know something's vintage, I like it, but I don't know like what it's called or what it would be worth. And then I don't want to be responsible. Oh, let me take my name tag off, or I'll be going up in the store. I don't want to be responsible for shipping breakables, because that's just too much of a risk for me to take. That's a lot of supplies you got to buy. I know you charge to get your money back out of that, but I'm gonna tell you what, I think eBay fees have probably gone up, because I've seen things on there where, like, you might, let's just say book, for example, say a book would be $5, shipping would be $25. Well, I was reading up on that. That's how these people are getting by with paying eBay seller fees, is they're adding it into the shipping, so they get their money there, and they don't have to pay their fees for when their item sells, because they charge you a percentage. I don't know what I think about that. I mean, if you find a way around the system, I guess you do, but I don't know. Not real sure how I feel about that. So anyway, I've sold on eBay before. I sure have. Listen, there's just been times in my life I've needed money, and I've just done what I've had to do. I've told y'all before, I've sold about everything I had growing up that I saved because I needed money. There was a time, you know, when me and RJ and his daddy, we didn't have nothing. We basically didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. I'm just telling you. And then when we separated, it was just me and RJ, and we didn't have nothing. So then I started, is this light ever going to turn? People can turn right on red. Why are we not going, people? We've been sitting here for days. Oh, he's going to move now. What do you know? Isn't that special? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Which would it be? That's me. There's my new slogan. But I sold, you know, anything I could. Oh, everybody's just running the red light. Okay, keep going. I'm running it too. It must be stuck. Yes, let's get over. Oh, I'm gonna stay this way because I'm going. Oh, it's gonna take me forever to get down this road. This is Tryon Street. It's got a stoplight every block. Every block is a stoplight. Stoplight, stoplight, stoplight. But this is the road. It don't stay Tryon Street. It's Tryon Street in Charlotte. Then you get to Concord, and it's Concord Parkway, maybe is what it's called. I don't know. Speedway Boulevard. I don't know. No, Speedway Boulevard is the one that goes in front of the speed. I don't know. You know how. Listen, Charlotte is the worst. Like when I go there, I go Plaza, Parkwood, but it's the same road. Plaza just turns into Parkwood. Charlotte does that everywhere. I remember I was trying to get somewhere one time, and I was reading the thing, you go this road to this road. Well, I never could figure out where you turn for this road, and then next thing you know, you're on that road, and you're like, no, that's not how this is supposed to happen. There's supposed to be a turn somewhere. And it's called a turn signal. See? I need a peel. That's the thing, I take pills. They apparently don't work for driving. I need driving pills, that's what I need. But anyway, I do think I am going to go to By His Grace, like I said, since it is across the street. Let's see what they got going on. I got things I need to donate. I cleaned out in the building a couple weeks ago. I went out there. I was looking for some stuff for the house. There's a certain set of glass things I was wanting to decorate with. And I've got all my totes marked. And the totes that I thought it would be in, I checked, they wasn't in it. I know they're out there. I know for a fact they're out there because I never would have got rid of them. And but I didn't go through. I didn't have it specifically what those two little items were written on the tag. A lot of it was specific, this glass thing, this, that, this, blah, blah, blah. Well, I didn't. So I didn't find it. But I did clean out some stuff while I was out there that I'm going to donate. And I cleaned out some stuff that was just trash, just had piled up. You know how your garage gets. Gosh, my nose itches. So I got to get that stuff in the car and some stuff I had in the house. And it was funny. Holly, she said, oh, because she come out the back. Because we were going in the building, I was getting her some Christmas decorations. I had some Hallmark decorations for little boys. and that I had on the tree one year. Oh, she took those. Jacob, he went home. Jacob said, we're taking everything off the tree and putting these up. So that's what they were doing yesterday. So we come back in the back door. She said, oh, excuse me, is that stuff you're getting rid of? I said, yeah, you know how, what is that, Atlantic Supermarket? What in the world? And Famous Mart's out of business? I ain't been paying attention to this. So she took some of the stuff, because you know I'm pulling things out and getting new things I thrifted, just switching things up, because I told you I'm sick and tired of things, and things I got to hang on the wall, I need David to help me get them level, and we ain't got around to that yet. And so she took a bag full of stuff home, and she seen my new shelf. She goes, oh, I love that. I'm like, right? I said, $10 at the thrift store. She goes, oh, she said, I love it. She said, that's exactly what my house is going to look like. Just the little odds and ends, the old stuff, you know. She has that, oh, sorry. She has that vibe about her, grandma vibe in her house. But listen, David's got something else he's got to do now. I went to open my back door the other day, and my passenger door back here, and the handle just come right off in my hand. Just, boom, there it was. So I went in, I said, well, you got something to do. So he went and looked up a YouTube video, because he'll look up on YouTube in a minute. He goes, let me get back over here. He goes, that's the easy fix. He said 15 minutes. Oh, I'm going this way. I should have just stayed that way, but I'm going this way. Let's see if I can get there a little easier, maybe. So he's just got to buy a new door handle. I don't know if he ordered me one or not, but he's got to fix that. I need my window fixed, because oh, okay, I know where I'm at now. Why did I come this way? Derp. Well, I feel like a derp. I was on the road I needed to be on, but then I read 29 this way, and then my brain was like, okay, we'll go there. Well, that's not, I was on what turns into 29. So I'm losing my mind. I'm gonna go right up here and get right up off this, and get right on this exit and get right back to where I was. This is gonna take me down 49. I don't want to go down 49, because then I have to just go ahead and exit and get back on 29. Whatever. Oh my word. This is why I hate Charlotte. Listen, if the crime don't stop in Charlotte, I just don't know what to think about it. Every time I open my Facebook, yeah, this also says, is this where I want to turn? But it is. Every time I open my Facebook, there's been some other bad crime in Charlotte. That's why I tell you, I wouldn't live in Charlotte. I know some of you watching might live in Charlotte, and I'm sorry. We have our property in Charlotte. It's not in town, it's in the country, but it's still Charlotte. And Charlotte scares me. They claim crime is down. No, it's not. No, it ain't. Just read the news. You'll find out it ain't. So anyway, I ain't here to talk about that, but golly, just thinking about not liking Charlotte, between the traffic and the crime. Now, they've got lots of cool stuff. All the restaurants you could ever dream of, different kind of things to see and do, all kind of activity things, you know, but you have to get through all the traffic and all the other stuff to even do it. And if you're trying to go downtown, well, first of all, I'm scared of downtown. But if you're trying to go do something downtown, if you have enough money, you didn't have to mortgage your house to do it. You ain't got nowhere to park. There ain't no parking downtown. When you find somewhere to park, you got to pay, and then you got to walk a mile. Listen, them people that go to the ball games, whew, if they don't get a parking at the ball game, at the stadium, they have to walk. Oh my gosh, I've seen how far they have to walk. Back when we used to go, working for RJ's ROTC in high school. We had a food stand. We had Bojangles on one side, and the other side, it was a big building on the top floor. We were at the very top, and that was our fundraiser. We made much good money for that, for the kids. And Bojangles was one side, and the other side was like nachos and stuff like that, beer, whatever. I think I've told you before, the kids could not touch the beer, so they were not allowed to touch the beer. That's when I told you I got schooled on how to pour a draft beer. I learned that real quick. But we were on a bus, so we got to go up in there, and they took us straight in, so we could just go in the building and go up. We didn't have to walk. We got on the big service elevator and up we went. But when you're coming up through there, you see how far back people have to walk. It is crazy. I seen a man and woman when I was coming back. I think the first time I went to see him, not when he was born, the first time after that I went to see Wesley, I was on the elevator, and a younger man and his wife got on there, and they had their Panthers shirts on. I said, y'all are Panthers fans. I said, I don't follow the sport. I said, but I do see that they've been winning. And the man was like, yes, they have. He was so excited. He said, we're going to the game. So they were going to the game. They were so excited. But the Panthers have actually been playing good this year, you know? So I'm excited for them. It's fun. When we got to work there, I remember there was one in December we went to, and it snowed. So we got to, when we took a break or whatever, we could go out and look at the game if we wanted to. Not stand out there and watch the game, but we could take a break and go out there and stretch our legs and just see what's going on. And so, like I said, we were on the top level, and there was one December we were out there and it was snowing. Listen, I don't know if we'll get snow. I think the mountains might supposed to get snow Sunday night or Monday. We're supposed to be in a big, my nose is itching, be in a big freeze Monday night, I think it is, down in the 20s. I think highs in the 40s, something like that. There's some kind of big freeze coming through. I don't know if that's gonna, because we didn't have this issue last year with our mustard greens getting froze before they got done, and they're not ready. Holly said they're not ready to pick, so they're just growing slow. Last year, oh my gosh, we picked and picked and picked and picked and picked, and we ain't picked the first one yet. And she says she don't think they're big enough to pick. So if it freezes, I don't know if it'll kill the whole plant or they'll grow back. I don't know how that works. I don't know if we're going to lose our mustard greens, because we didn't have this issue last year, and I'm not enough of a farmer to know how mustard greens work, so I don't know. I do know you want your collard greens, you want to pick them after the first frost, because they're not ready to pick yet. But the frost helps them, gets the bitter out. I know when you get them at the store. I need to lock my door. I'm sorry, I locked my door. The ones at the store don't have first frost and all this and that, but the collard greens, they just not good till they get a frost. But she said there's little heads of broccoli, there's little heads of cabbage, so everything is just growing slow. I mean slow. So I don't know if this frost is going to ruin us or what. But if it ruins my greens, I'm just going to have to go down to the Farm Fresh and tell them, order me some greens, because I got to have greens in the freezer. I got to have garden greens, not these things you get at the grocery store. I got to have real greens. And we didn't get no collard greens last year because they didn't make. They died. We ordered them from some fancy gardener David watches on YouTube, and they died. Every one of them died. So this year we just got them up at our nursery, and they're fine. They're thriving. They're just not growing fast. So anyway, I don't know. Well, I feel like I'm just gonna start rambling now because I ain't talking about nothing that is exciting. But my weight is 204.4. I lost 2.6, and it was 172 point, I think, 7 for a total. So I will take it. I will absolutely take it. And there are no more Hershey Kisses in my house. I did bake a cake yesterday, though. I filmed it. I just don't know when I'll put it up. Maybe Sunday, Monday, I don't know. But it's my Mama's fruit cocktail cake. Oh my gosh, it is so good. I associate it with fall. You think, like me and Dave were talking, you think, oh, fruit cocktail, that's summery, something summery. No, because it bakes into a deep flavor. Something about, I don't know if it's the caramelization of the fruit while it's baking. I don't know, but the cake comes out brown, and it's not brown when you have the batter. And it's a deep flavor. And then the topping with the coconut stuff that you cook on the stove, you boil and put on top of it. Oh my gosh, it is so good. I can only eat a little sliver though, because it's too sweet for my belly. But I told David I hadn't made us a dessert in so long. I'll make a dessert if we're having family dinners, but I don't make me and him desserts because we'll eat them. That's how we got big back in the day, because I kept dessert. Honey, there was a dessert on my counter all the time. When one got eat up, another one got made. I kept the desserts. And if I went by a cake, if I wanted to bite a cake every time I walked by that counter, I'd eat it, period. End of discussion. So I don't, as a rule, make desserts because we'll eat them. But I was reading my cookbook that I got at Habitat this week. It's old. It's at minimum, excuse me, the 40s, because I have one at home from our town newspaper from the 40s, and it's got the like 4-digit phone numbers, and that's what this has, just 4-digit phone numbers. That one actually has like letters in it too. So there was something that was fruit cocktail, whatever it was. It wasn't no cake or nothing. It was something fruit cocktail, and then that got Mama's fruit cocktail cake on the brain. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I had everything except the evaporated milk, which I promptly got, and made us one. And oh my gosh, it is so good. Oh my gosh, it is so good. But it just reminds me of fall. So anyway, you can look forward to that. But otherwise, I guess I'll see you tomorrow for a medium grocery haul.